Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jamal.
And this is our podcast called We
Do
What?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Exactly.
Yeah, this is the podcast where we talk about random things, whatever we feel like talking about at the time, things we like, things we care about, stuff we're annoyed about, whatever it might be. And today we had to talk about the birds. And you see the gear, you know what it is. Birds. Eagles, go birds.
Go Eagles.
Yeah, go birds.
Yep.
Dallas sucks. Yeah.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yep.
So, anyway, today we want to talk specifically about what made us like the Eagles and why we chose, of all the 32 NFL teams, why we chose the Eagles. What is it about the Eagles that makes us so passionate every year? And then we're going to get into our favorite moves. And Jamal, what's our word of the day?
Our word of the day today is Ski Mask Howie. Howie Roseman, Eagles general manager. He's making moves. He's,
Best GM in sports.
It's GM in sports.
Best GM, and not in football, in sports.
Right.
You tell me, you name a better GM than Howie.
Right.
Go ahead, we'll wait. We're not gonna wait that long.
Nah.
But anyway, so we'll start off with why we love the Eagles. I'll go first here. So I've been an Eagles fan since I was in high school. I guess I was a real Eagles fan starting in high school because there's different levels to fandom of the Eagles or football in general. You could be a fan, you like the game, you like your home team. Oh, this is my home team. I'm a fan of my home team. But no. I became a real fan in high school. Where I started that's when I understood how the game really worked, because I used to play. I understood how the game worked, and I understood what it meant, how much people put into this. I understand, we watched the full game. That's when I started actually watching games. I watch games all the way through, and I don't care. It's the one thing where I'm just I don't care. This is what we're doing. It means a lot. To see your team win is one of the few things that is just so satisfying, because here, especially in Philly, we live in Philly. So it's a different feeling when you in that environment. You around everybody. Everybody has that moment to experience something special together. And it's nothing like it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So thank you to the city of Philadelphia for being so passionate about our birds and making us keep coming back. Because win, lose, we still love our team.
Yep. So what happened was I got into the Eagles because I actually met the players. Back then it was Donovan McNabb who was our quarterback, so I ended up meeting him, and I met the running back Deuce Staley, and the players were really cool. And also I worked for, when the Veterans Stadium, we don't have Veterans Stadium anymore, but I actually did security for Veterans Stadium, which was some wild times, but that's just the passion that our fans are filled with, so definitely appreciate the fandom and the passion, stuff like that, and even volunteered for Lincoln Financial Field too. So I'm really connected with the Eagles. Definitely since day one, every time, as you can see, souvenir cup right here, but I have a collection of souvenir cups from just going to the stadiums and just going preseason, regular season, it doesn't matter. I always try to, catch the birds live, whenever I can. I always talk about birds with my friends and stuff like that. Sometimes they want to shut me up, but it's no, I'm going to talk to you about this and talk to you about why the Eagles are so good and stuff like that. So, yeah, the Eagles are just with me, win or lose, still love the team, you know what I'm saying? No matter what they do, they're the heartbeat of the city. I like when the city just bleeds green. It's really something else. Right.
Yeah, so I tell people, when people ask me about being a fan, I always tell them, I said, I'm not a fan, I made a lifestyle choice. And that's really how I feel about it. You make a lifestyle, when you pick your football team, that's a lifestyle choice. You got those people who are the bandwagon fans who be oh, I like them because they winning. All last year they was pumping fists, and then when they lost, they started losing games, all of a sudden, oh, they suck. But the one thing I really like about the team and the fan base is they hold their team accountable. We're harsh here. If you suck, you have a bad game, you're gonna hear about it. You got fans here that's gonna stand outside with a sign that says "Run the ball" outside the stadium and know they're gonna see it and dare them to say something. And you know what happens when the coaches see those fans?
Holding signs saying "Run the ball." Is there any part of you that's still surprised that people wanted to fall for that?
We gave him coffee. No, hey, I love our fans. I love their passion and their energy. That's not the first time I've heard run the ball. And you know what? And we do need to run, we do need to continue to try to run the ball. And so no, I'm not surprised by that, and I appreciate their energy, because I know that same energy of those guys sitting out there this morning when I drove in. They're gonna have that same energy when they're cheering us on in the stadium, and I'm thankful and grateful for that.
You would get held accountable in the city of Philadelphia. You don't come here and play like trash and everybody's just like, oh, it was a bad game. Everybody's going to let you have it. But that's the spirit of this city. This is a hard, tough city. Like, you, the toughest people in the world are here. And they're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to love what they're going to love. They love you just as hard as they'll criticize you. So, but yeah, so I think we also want to kind of touch on some of the moves that Howie Roseman made. I mean, he's our word of the day for a reason, right? So this season, boy, I don't even know, where do we start? Saquon Barkley, I guess.
Yeah. How about that? Never thought I'd see
Giants
that.
fans. Like, if y'all suck, bless. And the worst part about that was when they did you see that interview with their GM?
Even if Saquon's number one, you're bored. Do you imagine anyone's going to have such a gap between Saquon and Jacobs, Pollard, Henry, whoever else, that they're going to want him at $12 million a year or minus whatever we're willing to eat and send a draft pick?
Right. And then if we did, what would somebody realistically give up?
I just think all the teams that need a running back are going to look at Saquon. Do you feel good about eating $3 to $4 million for a 5th round pick? Like, I wouldn't.
I don't know. There's no guarantee we can trade it. So, having the needs that we have in a $12 million, 27-year-old running back.
Yeah, they did him dirty.
Yeah, they're real dirty. By the way to go, Tiki Barber, talking about he's dead to you. Really? I like Saquon's response of, you never really liked me from the start, so keep that same energy. See, so Tiki Barber, you a fraud. No frauds over here either. This is the no fraud zone.
Oh, no.
Don't fraud at all, man. Either you
gonna get called
like
out
somebody
here.
or you don't. Now, me personally, I am super surprised that we got Saquon Barkley. I'm not even kidding. But it's good. We go Penn State home, Penn State, Pennsylvania. So it's cool that now he's in Philly and he's really excited to be here. I hope he has a great season. I'm really excited to see what he can do with our offensive line, which everybody knows about our offensive line, and they know about Stoutland University and everything like that.
Welcome to Philly.
Thank you so much.
Welcome home.
Appreciate that. How you doing?
We had your guy Miles here for a few years.
Yeah, that's my dog.
That's my dog.
Yeah, Miles good people.
Yes, he is. We've got a lot of good players here.
Yeah.
And they're good guys.
Jeff Stoutland, by the way, is our offensive line coach, one of the best in the business, and I'm just excited to see him perform and how he gels with everybody, how he buys in. So yeah, he's really, really one of the, big free agent signings. And then also, because I like the defensive side of the ball, so I like that we got the guy, Bryce Huff from the Jets. This guy, just a relentless tackler, just energy. I just love our defense. I feel like if our defense definitely gets off to a good start, we can beat and hang with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because the most important thing is getting that other team off the field. So I love that we picked him up, because we definitely need him. Just all the defensive players that we got from Georgia. Love seeing those boys grow with our team. They know what it's like to be college champions. So sooner or later they're going to see what it's like to be NFL champions. I'm very, very confident in our team one day hosting another Lombardi. You know what I'm saying? Soon.
That's
definitely.
soon.
Oh, it's definitely going to happen soon.
How did Howie manage to get all the Bulldogs? How? Like, how does that happen?
They were there.
I just don't understand that. That's one thing that'll continue to puzzle me. Like, how do you get all those players? What is everybody else doing? Like, I really don't understand how Howie is so much better than everyone else. Like, you got Dallas who can't figure out how to pay one player. And we don't pay everybody, including Saquon. You got teams who can't figure out how to pay their best player. We paid him and everybody else. Like, I don't understand how one person can be so much better than everybody else at the job. But hey, I guess, we want to win here, Not everybody feel the same way about winning. We do.
You know what I'm saying? When you leave those players astray, and then, they finally you know, when they finally get their money, sometimes their production kind of takes a hit. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of gotta watch that. And I'm happy that Howie, you know, sits up here and, you know, does the contracts the way he does, the way he talks about these players. He does show that he really does, you know, care for these players and stuff like that. And that's wonderful to see from the owner on down that they really do. When you are in, you've never heard anybody even saying leaving the Eagles that, you know, the Eagles was like that bad spot. You never hear anybody say any ill will about this organization, which I think is really wonderful that everybody is, you know what I'm saying, you know, will say positive glowing things about the Eagles. And I you know, I personally, you know, appreciate that. Brian?
Yeah, I had to echo the agreement there. Like, when guys want to play and you got that winning culture, and when you got a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, who I feel like embodies Philly in every possible way. This man went to 2 different colleges. He got kicked off of a starting team because he wasn't doing well, replaced by Tua, and then went to the next school and balled out. And he basically overcame. He's the Rocky Balboa of the Eagles right now. Like, he really overcame, and he played probably the best game. Like, you've heard players on the top 100 list voted by the players say
he had the best performance in the Super Bowl that I've ever seen of a quarterback. Running the ball, throwing the ball, he balled out.
I had to agree with it. Like, he's going against Pat Mahomes, who is already a Hall of Famer, by the way. Like, Pat Mahomes could retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame next year. That, like, he's already a Hall of Famer.
Definitely good.
But it's different. Like you just feel good being here, you know, and we know that it's not going to be long before they make it back. You know, for all we know, it could be this year.
Hurts has done everything imaginable.
The way that he works, I expect him to get better and better every year, and I expect to play him in a lot of big games as my career goes on.
So you see, you know, we expect our Eagles to, you know, have a good record and, you know, pitch season strong. Yes, definitely double-digit wins, and hopefully, you know, they do win the division because we do love the Eagles. You know, win or lose, but if they lose, we definitely gonna give it to them. We give it to them both ways. We praise them and love them, or we just dog them when they do bad. But ultimately, we do love the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, and to echo that sentiment, yes, they mean everything to us, and we're grateful to live in this city and that they allow us to be fans, you know, the greatest fans in the world. I don't care what nobody say. Can you name a better one? You can. So anyway, we just want to give our quick shout outs of the day. And as you can see, we're all Eagle down. All completely. Jamal, who you wearing?
Yep, so I'm actually wearing number 30. This was actually Corey Clement, the former running back, who caught a touchdown in Minnesota when the Eagles defeated those Patriots. Yep. So I love this jersey, and I love Corey Clement's contribution to the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to Corey Clement. You're an Eagle for life in my book, buddy. You know, he'll never have to get a drink in this town ever again. Shout out to Corey Clement.
Oh, and also, he's the one who snapped the ball with the Philly special. He didn't throw it, right? It was the tight end that threw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was the one that did the snap. So he's a part of the greatest play in Philadelphia history.
Yeah,
and he will always be that.
Right.
So again, I'm just wearing all Eagles stuff, officials, and my cup is from the Link, or Lincoln Financial Field. I'm so used to calling it the Link. That's what we call it here in Philly. That's our slang. But anyway, again, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time on We
Do
What? Peace.